today I filmed this look. I just kind of sat down and just fooled around and ended up with something super dramatic. So if you want to see how I got this dramatic look, I feel like I have to use my hands when I have these lashes on. Like, they're crazy. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and just keep watching. Okay guys, so to start off the video, I already put foundation on and color corrected. I just didn't include it just to save time. So now I'm going in with the Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. I really love this stuff. I know it is pricey, but I promise it's worth it. I haven't found a drugstore concealer that I really love, or that beats this, so yeah, I really like it. And now I'm just taking the Ulta Beauty sponge to blend it out. I really like this sponge. The only thing I don't like is that it's white. It gets dirty very quickly. Like, this was only one use, and it's filthy from doing my other makeup, so. And I'm just going to just blend that concealer out, bring it up onto my eyelids to prep them for shadow. And now I'm taking the e.l.f. concealer brush and just to get under the lash line, because I find that sponges just don't reach there. And I'm just blending out anywhere else I put it too. It's one of my favorite brushes. Now I'm taking the MAC Pro Powder in the shade Emphasize and picking it up with my sponge, and I'm just setting my under eye. I really love this powder. I forgot about it for a while just because of trying new products, but I recently picked it back up again and I'm in love with it again. And I'm just also now taking this brush just to set anywhere else I put the concealer. And the powder does a really good job at brightening. And now I'm taking the Wet n Wild Cream Contour. Of course, there's dog hair in mine. What else is new? My dog is everywhere, literally. And I'm just taking this just to contour and to warm up my face. I find that it's not too cool, not too warm. So it's perfect. And I really thought it was going to be too warm for me, but it's not. So if you are fair skinned like me, this will work for you. And you want to just make sure to get your jawline too. And this is just going to add some warmth and some definition to our face. I really love this on its own because it blends out so nice. And if you want to intensify it, you can go over it with the powder bronzer and powder contour, which you will see shortly. But if you just wanted to leave it like this for a more natural look, you could totally do that. And I use the word natural very loosely here on my channel, so don't take it too seriously. And now I'm just taking that same brush just to intensify it. And now I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder just to set the rest of my face lightly, just because when you go in with powder products, if you don't set it, it can be very patchy. Unless you're using like a mattifying foundation, then you probably don't need powder. And now I'm taking the NARS bronzer in Laguna. This is one of my favorite bronzers. And I'm just using it to further warm up the face. And I am now going to go in with the Inglot contour powder. This is in the shade 505. I usually use the contour powder first, then go over top of it with bronzer, but I just forgot in this video, so you'll see me pick up the bronzer again. And you're just going to want to further just sculpt your face out. And now you're just going to go back in with the bronzer. And I'm listening to Maren Morris. If you guys don't know who she is, she's an amazing country singer, but she's not like country. She's kind of like, has like a jazz, like blues country. She's so good. I love her. And now I'm taking a MAC blush. Everything will be listed down below. I just don't know the names off the top of my head. And then I'm just taking that translucent powder just to clean up my cheeks a little bit. I find sometimes I go a little too crazy, but this trick really helps clean it up. So now I'm just going in with this highlighter. I know this is a limited edition one from MAC. I'm sorry about that. It's just the first one I grabbed, but any highlighter or any gold highlighter will do. Don't feel like you have to have this highlighter to complete the look. And I'm just placing it above my eyebrows because I love to glow everywhere. And now I'm taking the Lexi Beauty JD 180 nose contour brush to contour my nose. I really love this brush. I have been playing with it for the last couple weeks. I'm still working on it, so once I, figure out the best way to use it, I will do a how to contour your nose video. And I'm just using the MAC powder and the Inglot powder just to kind of diffuse the contour powder. That's a trick, because you don't want your nose contour to be so noticeable because it just won't look natural. I mean, and it's good to if you want to cut your cheekbones out and really have sculpted cheekbones, then that's fine. But when it comes to your nose contour, you just want to make it look as natural as possible. So that's why I like using a contour powder and a lighter powder with it. And then you just want to make sure you blend it out. And then I'm just taking the highlighter down the top of the bridge of my nose and a little bit on the tip. Next, I'm going to start my eyeshadow. I'm using the good old tape trick. And you want to make sure you stick off any residue on the back of your hand before putting it near your eye, just because your eyes are very sensitive. And I am taking my MAC Warm Neutrals palette. I know there's a lot of MAC in this video, but yeah, I'm just picking up items I forgot I had or haven't really been using. So I will list all the colors I use in the bottom bar, but I'm just starting off with a transition color, and I'm using my Ashley Tisdale BH Cosmetics brush. This is my favorite crease brush, blending brush of all time. It works amazing. I almost wish they sold the brushes individually too, just because I would get a ton of these. And I did do a whole video on the brush set, my reviews and my thoughts, so I will link that down below if you haven't seen it. And the trick with the smoky eye is just to keep blending and blending and blending. Now I'm taking this rosy pink color. Oh, I guess I'm not, sorry. I changed my mind. So now I'm going in with NYX Black Bean to add as a base to the lid, and I just put it as close to the lash line as possible, and then I just blend it upward, but I don't bring it into the crease. I just leave it right below the crease. And then I go in a couple more times just to add more color and to get the intensity I want, because you don't want to go in with a lot. It's harder to blend. So add a little blend, add a little blend. That's the key to any smoky eye. And in person, this did look a lot darker. That's why at the beginning I'm like, oh, this is so dramatic, but it doesn't look dramatic on camera. So it's not so dramatic. You could make it more dramatic. I think the black shadow I used from the palette made it not as dark as I wanted it to, but I don't have a really dark black eyeshadow, so. And this brush is from e.l.f. It's really great. Again, I will have everything listed. I love it for blending out cream products. And you're just going to add a little at a time and then blend. And then I'm going to pick up that same color we used at first, the transition color, just to blend the black together, because you don't want it to look like it just stops randomly in the middle of my eye. So, and now I'm going in with that pink rosy shade, which I thought was so pretty in the crease. And you're just going to keep blending and blending and blending. And when you're doing a smoky eye, make sure you step away from the mirror too and really look. Just that really helps a lot too. So don't be up close the whole time. You want to make sure everything's even. And now I'm taking that darker shade that's in the palette and I'm just putting this all over the base. And again, I think I could have used a darker color, but I just wanted to stick with one palette for this look. So And just keep blending. And now I'm taking a more precise brush from that same brush set, and I'm just packing on the color just to make it a little bit darker. And I am working on my filming setup just so that way I can show you guys the looks better. And now you're going to want to remove the tape. And I decided not to do wing liner with this look just because for me, I don't know, sometimes I don't think wing liner looks good with lashes. I think sometimes lashes look better just on their own. So that's why I decided not to do wing liner with this look, but if you want to do wing liner, go right ahead. And now I'm just repeating the same steps on the lower lash line as I did for the top. And you want to make sure to really blend out your lower lash line too. And just give it that real smoky effect. Alright, so now moving on to my eyebrows, I'm just going to take this NYX wax crayon just to help the product go on a little better. And I'm taking my Ardel brow pencil and I'm just going to fill in the outer portion of my eyebrow. And in person this looks a lot darker than it is on camera, so I'm gonna have to find a darker pencil to film with, but in person it does fill it in and it looks very natural. So I know it doesn't look like much on camera, but I think they do have I think this is the darkest shade though in the Ardel one, so I'm gonna have to find another product. If you guys know of any brow products, please let me know below. And then I'm just going to slightly fill in the front too. Luckily I don't have to do too much with my eyebrows. And you want to always do light strokes when filling in your brows. And then I'm just taking some clear brow gel from Anastasia just to keep them in place. Sorry if you can hear noise in the background. We're doing some work on the house. Next, I'm taking my ColourPop lip liner in Lumiere and I'm just lining my lips and slightly filling them in. I love these lip pencils, but the only thing is they're so hard to sharpen. And now I'm taking this color from MIlani, this lipstick color from MIlani. Take a lighter lipstick and go right in the center. Okay guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned something new. And yeah, as always, I put my lashes on off camera. It's just how we do things here. Once I, feel comfortable doing it on camera, I totally will. But these are the Eylure Nicole Guerrero 143 lashes. Amazing. They're so dramatic. Like, I wish I could walk around with these every day for the rest of my life. They are amazing. They literally took this look to, like, they just took it to a whole new level. I'm really excited about them. They were super easy to put on. I think it's because they are so structured. If you have a pair, you know what I'm talking about. So needless to say, I will be going to Walgreens, every Walgreens in Massachusetts, and picking all these up. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As always, please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment down below for what you want to see next. Bye guys.